Hello, my beautiful souls, and welcome to the Oracle of the Light channel. And welcome, everybody. It's so lovely to see you all today. Nice of you to join me wherever you are watching from around the world. First of all, I want to welcome all my new subscribers. Welcome, everybody. But also, I'd like to welcome all my viewers that are watching from all around the world. I do really appreciate you so much. Lovely to see you. And before we begin, don't forget to leave a thumbs up below. And also, if you do enjoy the channel, do subscribe. It's free to subscribe, and it really does mean a lot. It really, really does. So, also, I would say as well, the readings are for entertainment purposes only, as you all know. So, the Economic Blackout 2.0. This is what today is. Well, actually, let me say one other thing as well, and that is Happy Good Friday to you all as well, because it's also Good Friday. So, I hope you're all having a lovely celebration of a Good Friday wherever you are around the world. So, in today's show, we're looking at the Economic Blackout 2.0 because I thought, as it's going on right now, it started last night at 12 midnight last night, and it's running right through till Sunday at midnight. And the basic, if you've never heard of them before, the basic premise of the economic blackouts is a boycott of big global companies, if you like, to buy local, to support local, to hit these big corporates where it hurts, and that's in the wallet, and to move our money into different places. Now, obviously, we do understand sometimes if you live in the middle of nowhere and your only shop is a Walmart and you need some food, of course you have to go to shop there. So we always understand that we haven't got to be extreme, but at the same time, try wherever we can to avoid shopping at those big corporate big labels. And if you look more into the Economic Blackout 2.0, you will see more details about the different corporations that you can avoid and everything. It gives you, there's a whole big list. So do look into that. It's a really interesting thing. And now, as we know, we may well have heard the first one was very effective. And so I thought, as we're underway with the second one, I thought it would be really, really interesting to see, how effective is it going to be? So the questions I'm going to be asking are, will the Economic Blackout 2.0 be effective? And let's ask the cards. And then the second question is, will some billionaires take some losses as a result? Now, I just want to go through some things with you as well before we get on with the reading. So, yeah, actually, I've said most of the points on my list. Actually, funny enough, the only thing I do need to say on the list is what we have to remember with these readings, everybody, is the readings I always give on these videos are readings at that moment, at that moment in time. Of course, things can change that can then change the outcomes of the things, and that's why I always say it's for entertainment purposes only, and we must always remember free will. And the free will is recognizing that aspect of change always. But right now, at this moment, I can tell you that this is what I'm feeling about it. Okay, as to whether it finally comes out like that is really interesting. As to whether it does or not, it's quite an interesting thing. And everything is an energy. We have to remember that everything is an energy that surrounds us, and that means every action carries with it an energy. Okay, so every action that we do over this period of this economic blackout will have an effect on it. Okay, every action that we do will have an effect. Okay, so be in no doubt about that. So yeah, the energy of the cards at this time is what they are saying. That's what you have to remember. Okay, so yeah, I just think it was really important to say that because it's a deeper understanding of it, if you like, of what's going on. I'm going to use my my cosmic tarot cards to give us a reading. I'm also going to use the Oracle of the Light. These are a deck of cards designed by me and my beautiful husband of Oracle cards. They are available, so if you are interested, just get in touch. So let's get some. I also use the Cosmic Tarot cards as well. I just like the detail in them, and I do use various other cards as well. I like various decks for different things. I've got various different decks for things, and they're really good. The Wisdom of the Oracle is a good deck, and things like that. And yeah, I've got a number of different decks that I use. The Psychic Tarot deck is a good one as well. So yeah, I do like my decks of cards. So I'm just shuffling the cards then. Just really mixing them up. So, of course, we know the first one was effective, and let's hope this one will be too. But I thought it'd be interesting before it's actually over to just see what the cards tell us about it. Will the Economic Blackout 2.0 be effective? 2.0 be effective? Giving them a good shuffle. Now, I just need to say I changed the shape of where I lay my cards for each reading. Okay, so for this. Yeah, I've been given a really interesting shape to give you all for this reading, everyone. I'm going to have one card in the center and a card on top to see its further depth to it. And then I'm going to do almost like a triangle shape, and one at each side and one on the bottom. Okay, so will the Economic Blackout 2.0 be effective? Okay, then it's one more little shuffle, and we're almost there, I think. Okay, so let me draw these cards for you. You'll see, let me just put the question up so you can see it a bit better. There we go. And then you'll be able to see the cards a bit better. Okay, so number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Okay, so we're going to start with this card here, and then we're going to come to the next one. So it's the moon upside down is what it is. So let me just put the question up. Will the Economic Blackout 2.0 be effective? So first of all, I see this as certainly it will turn a lot of things upside down. So actually it looks like it may well be effective here, actually, because this is certainly very, in terms of its effectiveness, looks like it's going to be a very positive card, because you can see the lobster causing a lot of harm to the moon. Now you can see the moon as the world, if you like, and almost like this is going to be turned on its head. So the world is going to create a lot of hurt to the lobster, if you like. You see that? So to me, it's very much reversing the things, which a lot of this whole blackout is. It's like reversing the tables on these big companies and stuff that think they've got the power, and it's the people taking back the power. So this is very much like the people taking back the power. And instead of the lobster getting the world's getting the lobster, if you like. And I feel that with this as well, it feels like turbulent seas, I need to say as well. So it feels like there's going to be, I don't know whether it's going to be of like, I feel what this is about is it's about this 2.0 has got a lot bigger than the first one. I think it's turned into, from being, even though the first one was very big, I feel that this 2.0, we're going to discover that it's got bigger. Now, I feel this might be to do with countries getting involved with it as well. We might find that there's more countries getting involved than ever before, that it's getting wider, that it's getting bigger. Because I need to say there's something to do with the sea and rough seas almost, in the sense. So they're mixing the waters around the globe almost. Is getting mixed up there, I also feel as well, I need to move on to the second card now, which is the Nine of Cups that was on the side. Okay, now this is all about relationships, seeing eye to eye. Cups represent love, but it was on its side as well. So this is a deeper understanding of this card in terms of like turning things on their head. It's almost like, I think what this card is about is what it shows, I feel the bigger corporations are going to start to view their consumers differently. I think they're going to have to start viewing them differently. Not these people they can just do anything to. They can keep up in the prices. They can get rid of the diversity, things like this. They can throw them away and not have to worry. I think this is almost like the corporations starting to like wake up a little bit more to the fact that, hold on a minute, we have to, they've got their eyes on us, where people are watching us unlike never before. We have to keep almost, and it's like that sense of like, it's to do with the people taking the control back. Before, I think there was a lot of almost, it feels like there might have been disrespect for the consumers because, they're not the powerful ones, but in actual fact, they are, because the only people that allow these big multinationals to be as rich as they are is all the people that spend their money at them. And as we've discovered with these blackouts, the minute people stop spending their money in an area, suddenly they don't become as strong anymore. And I think that people are starting to put together the jigsaw with that. And by putting together the jigsaw, the people are taking back their strength. And also it means that these organizations are starting to realize this. And when they're getting rid of these DEI regulations and things like this, and people aren't happy about that, I think there's a lot more caution. I think people aren't as gung-ho as they were initially. I think there was a lot of just do it, no one will mind. They were, how can it affect you? You're a multi-million company. How can it affect us? And I think that suddenly this is the tables turning. They're suddenly kind of going, well, we might be a multi-million company, but look at that one over there that's lost millions. And look at that one over there that's lost millions. And why have they lost millions? Because the people have spoken almost, you see. And I think that this is to do with that. The next card, the Four of Swords, a very interesting card, because this is, I think this is representative of people distancing themselves from companies that are causing hurt. And we could say that as companies that are getting rid of their diversity regulations and legislation and stuff like this, companies that don't have their employees' best interests at heart, and I think that this is all to do with almost these people taking a step back and have it. And I think this economic blackout is almost giving people that energy to do that, because they're seeing the hurt that these companies. This is the companies. This almost represents a factory, and the people are now having the power to step out of it and go, no, we do have rights. We do have. This is important. We're not going to do that, But this is more than simply the workers in the factory. Even this is the people that are aware of these companies as well. So it's even their consumers too. It's both sides actually, which is even more power. I definitely feel there's something to do with factory workers here, though. So whether or not there's some kind of stand going on as well, with some big company in terms of their manufacturing going on here as well. Workers taking a stand, I need to say. It might not be directly connected with the blackout, but it's definitely along the similar lines with the same kind of motivation, quite interesting, that I think, to give you that. The next one, the Wheel of Fortune, on its side, the Wheel of Fortune, but the Wheel of Fortune is at the bottom of the reading, if you like. So this is all about options, okay? Now, obviously, I understand people in certain places, you only do have one shop, and that's fine. You need to shop at that shop because you need to live and survive. But for many people, this is recognizing, I think what this is also doing, the economic blackout, ironically, is lighting up the world even more. Even though it's called a blackout, it's having the opposite effect. Because I think what's happening is people are starting to discover their locality more than ever. in the past, they've always shopped here and they've always got it online and they've always got it online. And suddenly like, all right, this weekend we can't shop online. So let's just go to our local deli or shop or anything, you know. And suddenly they realize that their local shop is absolutely wonderful. And it's like, why didn't I go here before? You know, so I think there's discovery being made during this blackout. People's world is being, you see, and I need to see that because of the color of the card. And this card is very much about options and opportunities. So I feel like this economic blackout actually is opening up more opportunities for the individual, you know, more opportunities for spotting things, for seeing things, for taking part in their communities, you know. It's those sort of like things, and creativity as well with the colors and all that of this card. So people are being creative with this, I feel, as well. When I say creative, I think there might even be people like home cooking things, you know, that they might not have usually done, like home cooking a batch of bread rolls instead of buying them, you know. And I think that's to do with the creativity as well, you know. Really interesting reading, you know. And then the star. And this to me is like what a blackout, you know. But what this is to me is that this is almost like I see the people as the flamingo doing perfectly fine, drinking that water. And it's like, this is very much, it really does look like this economic blackout is going to be successful. And I'm not just saying that because it looks like the flamingo is almost like taking charge, and where everything else is black in that, because they had the selfish causes, they didn't have the workers' interests at heart. It's this blackout, like the taking over of control again. And look how beautifully colourful that flamingo is, you know, even a lotus flower, you know, there. So I definitely see things becoming actually much lighter. But like the last card as well, it was a very light card. Things becoming much lighter for the individuals because there's this realization of like, hold on a minute. So they're selling us that because they're such big corporations, we can never have any power over them, but we can. Because what we have to remember as well is that these corporations have so much money tied up into property and turnover and stock and costs and staff costs and everything like this, that the minute you take a certain percentage away from their profits, suddenly all of these costs become very significant, you know. And it's remarkable how fast a company can appear to be very, very rich when in fact it's just a matter of a percentage of profit that allows that to be there. The minute that is dropped in any significant way, especially over a long term, suddenly it's like, hold on a minute, this isn't good. What, you know, so it's really quite interesting. And it's such an appropriate card, really. It's worth recognizing the star shining too. And the star recognizes the big picture here as well. This is more than simply about standing up for those rights and those and against the corporations. This is also for the bigger picture of standing up for democracy, standing up for liberation, and standing up for people's rights. It's your far bigger picture here as well, you know. There is also the moon there as well. I need to give you as well. Interestingly, it creates a triangle, which is what I wanted to do in this reading. Interestingly, you know, the triangle, you know. So yeah, really, really interesting. So I'm going to get an Oracle of the Light now card. How about I'm going to get an Oracle of the card? Oracle of the Light. I couldn't get the sentence out then. I'm going to get these are the cards that me and Francesco designed. I'm going to get one of them out. An Oracle of the Light card. So what will it be? And answer, I think also I need to come to the second question too, because I do think that this card, although I might actually draw another card out for the second question, actually. I'll draw another card out for the second question, actually. But I do think that they are going to be taking some losses by the look of this. It certainly looks like the lights are going out for them. Certainly in this card, you can see that, you know. But let me draw one of these first for it. So will the Economic Blackout 2.0 be effective? And we have Angelus, Scorpio. So I need to reference, first of all, Scorpio in the sting in the tail, and I feel this is the people that are that scorpion giving the corporations a sting in the tail. But also I feel that this is all to do with unlocking. The key is significant here, because I've always already said this already in the reading, that realization that actually it is possible for people to take back power here. Even the corporations are multinationals and billions of pounds worth. If the people decide to speak for the people, they can change that environment and take control in that sense of that company maybe not feeling they're as powerful as they used to be, So I feel that there is definitely an unlocking of the realization and the door there of that, I really feel that. And yeah, I think it's very empowering. I think people have been very empowered, and rightly so. Where we do put our energy and our effort, then things do go. We must never underestimate our individual impact to our environment. Okay, and wherever if you redirect your spending, it is effective. You might not feel it as an individual, but we've already seen with the first one that it was effective. So it seems like the message is definitely being learned here. Now I want to draw another card out for this second question too. Will some billionaires take some losses as a result? So let me draw you a card. I'm just going to cut the pack and draw a card. Ooh, wow, heck. I think that's a yes. That would be a yes, I think. I think more than one billionaire is the answer to that too. Are some billionaires going to take some losses as a result? I think what this is that normally this card is this way up. People spouting almost like hurt and hatred and creating hurt by, for example, how can that be done in the work environment? By cutting DEI, by cutting those policies, by stopping those policies, those, I've forgotten the term of it, individual, not, what is it?
DEI.
Diversity, that's right. By getting rid of those diversity and inclusion policies, you are being very hurtful to a lot of your employees that are diverse, because actually everyone's diverse, actually. And so the other way up is the people taking the power. And now I'm going, so you're going to drop those policies? Well, we won't spend our money with you. And creating, therefore, will some billionaires take some losses? Yes, I believe they will. And the thing is that the funny thing is, the reason why this card looks so extreme is because, unfortunately, a lot of these big billionaires and things like that, in the pocket is where we can most hurt them, because a lot of these billionaires maybe don't realize what truthfully makes you happy, and that is love, that is connection to people, love and light, and being content in everything is where true happiness lies, not in a pile of money, because you can't take a pile of money when you go, but you can take contentment with you when you go. Okay, and that's the thing to remember. And that's why it's going to hurt them so much, because they believe it comes from happiness. So you got to hit them where it hurts, in that money, and that really feels like this is the place, So yeah, that really feels like it's going to be a loss for them, I'll draw one of these cards as well, the Oracle of the Light too. So okay, so the Oracle of the Light card, Heart of Wisdom, and I think this is to do with what I was saying, because I was just talking about the heart and all that, and I think this is to do with the people. This is a card for the people, Heart of Wisdom. Use your heart, use your wisdom, have the confidence to know that where you move your money individually actually can collectively have a big impact. Be in no doubt of that. Be in no doubt of your individual actions always have a huge effect on the people in the world. Okay, it's like when you drop a little stone into some water, the ripples go out and out and out and out and out. So be in no doubt about that. So I'm going to leave that there. Remember, everybody, that these readings are always the energy of the cards, what they're saying right now. A really, really interesting reading. Don't forget, if you are taking part in the Economic Blackout 2.0, then continue to keep that up till Sunday, everybody. It's really important to change and move that spending over and support your locality. It's always important, whether it's a blackout or not, to support your local businesses and local artisans and local crafters. It's really, really important to support them when you can, you know, because let's face it, you don't live in a warehouse where things get stored and stacked in lorries and carried out. You live in a community, and that community where you live is where things are made, where people live with different skills, where you have people with different skills all around you. And when you start to connect to those communities, you realize that you don't need to go to these big corporations. Actually, very often you find that a lot of things are just on your doorstep. You just need to find out they're there. So maybe this is the time to shine a light on your locality and find out that what's around you too as well. Okay, so good luck with the Economic Blackout, everybody. We're going to leave it there, everybody, with lots of love and light from the Oracle of the Light. So lovely to see you, and so lovely for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget, if you did enjoy it, to leave a thumb up, and if you like this channel, do subscribe below. Do appreciate it so much from my heart. Okay, so take care, everybody, with lots of love and light from the Oracle of the Light. I will see you all really soon. Thank you.